What's going on, guys? Coach Ty here, and today we are on episode 61 of Keeping It Real with T&M. I'm here with amazing Coach Lori and our special guest today, Coach Kristian. What's up, guys? What's going on? So, prior to us speaking with Coach Kristian and doing our interview, a couple of things. Number one, March 13th is free guest day here at CrossFit San Ramon. Guys, we can't stress enough. If you are a member here and you obviously know what we offer, you have an opportunity to tell a friend or a family member or even a significant other how this place changed your life, and you get to bring them in for free, no questions asked. They just have to fill out the waiver and they can join in and see why this is the best gym in all of San Ramon. Not only that, the Open.
26.2.
26.2 is going to be dropping today. This will be out tomorrow. So we just want to shout out everyone at CrossFit San Ramon who came on a Saturday and got done with 26.1. Hopefully your legs are finally recovered and you're ready to go for 26.2. You want to add anything to that?
That's a good one. All three of us did it too. So we all have the most in common right now. So our legs are working again. We're feeling good. Any predictions? I'm really feeling like wall walks, or like you said, handstand push-ups. Maybe I'm just trying to manifest it. I don't know. I don't want double unders because I feel like my back had enough from the jumping and everything. So if I get a week of not like too much on my spine, I'll be selfishly really happy. But I don't know. What do you think, Stephen?
Honestly, I feel like a barbell movement. Like usually it's like half that thrusters in there. Thrusters for sure. And then maybe some like pull-ups or something to go along with it. Maybe a Fran style workout.
Whoa,
that would suck.
It's the only reason that I'm kind of freaking smiling from ear to ear because I was thinking that on Tuesdays, like, what if he just did a frame?
What if he does?
What if he just straight up frame, not just old school pull-ups, thrusters, go.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. I like Fran. And we do thrusters all the time in Barbell Fury at 75 pounds. So it's going to feel like a rest day at 65. It's going to be really good. The other one I'll put out to the universe because maybe things are coming my way. I think it was 14.1, the 28, is it 28, 23, 21? I don't know, a shit ton of thrusters and bar facing burpees.
Oh, that's classic.
And I did that one for fun. Like, go back into the original Lori Hill profile and you'd be like, Sheila OCD on this one. I did it like once a week.
Really?
Yeah, I like
Isn't
that
that the
one.
classic CrossFit level 1 workout as well, usually?
I don't know, I have a friend in my level 1, but I did it like,
I didn't have the thruster burpee workout.
yeah, it was something. And then you could change it up. You could go like to 55 and go twice as fat. You know, you could do all the things with it or add some weight on and challenge as if there were an RX Plus or something. But in any event, maybe we're all surviving on thrusters. Maybe that's what's happening.
It could be. And then last but not least, and I'm just going to put this out there, it almost seems that every open there seems to be some type of dumbbell movement. So maybe a dumbbell symptom.
Oh.
We'll see.
35 pounds. I feel like we're missing some in the gym, which is great news for women. But like we couldn't do 35, so we're
gonna scale it down.
Yeah, we're scale down on the gyms.
Damn it, we only have 25. Close enough. Nope. It's all good. All right, let's kick this off because Kristian's a badass. I'm excited for today.
I actually am too. So one of the reasons, guys, that I'm excited to speak with Coach Kristian is because obviously I know that he has a very good, vast coaching history. And obviously, there's a lot that he probably keeps to himself. He doesn't really talk about it. So there's going to be a chance for us to kind of let you guys know everything that he brings to the table. But Kristian, let's go back a bit. We all know that you're currently a coach for Fortified Strength as well as CrossFit San Ramon. But when did fitness and coaching begin as a passion for you? That's question number one. As well as any sports that you were involved in growing up.
All right. Well, man, when it became like a passion, probably when I started like playing sports and stuff, like football is a huge thing. For me, it's like, and during football season, especially when you're in high school and stuff, you have the off season, and during the off season, a little bit of the weight room, right? And that was always like kind of a huge thing for me. I remember going with my buddies and just bench press all the time. Just max out bench press, see what we can do. And I always found that fun, right? And growing up, I would always do push-ups, so it's like I felt like bench press was just like the perfect movement, right? I could do bench press a lot more than the kids my age, so I always felt a little stronger. And I just remember actually my freshman year of high school, like when I was in the weight room and stuff, we had a freshman weight room and we had the varsity weight room. That's what we wanted to call the course and stuff. And I remember a couple of freshmen, they got moved up to the varsity weight room. I wasn't moved up, but I was stronger than them. And I was kind of a little butthurt about that. But I had a buddy that I had played football with and did wrestling with and stuff. And he actually like saw that I wasn't brought up. He's like, "No, you still over here?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Come with me." And he literally like walks me over to like where his rack was. And it's my buddy Sam Temple and another buddy of mine, Spencer Weston. And they kind of showed me the ropes, started to show me like how to lift, how to get stronger. And they kind of put me on their program of the coach that they were following. And his name is Kristian over at SoCal Weightlifting Club, and they actually eventually brought me in to train over there. And that's where I got into like Olympic weightlifting and stuff like that, with like snatching and clean jerking and stuff. And I thought that was like, it's a huge part of who I am now. It's like as soon as I started doing that, I fell in love with it. I was not great at it at first. I fucking sucked. Yeah, no, I was so horrible. Like it did not come naturally at all, But it was kind of cool to see like where I started and then where I am now. I've improved a lot. So, but yeah, it was kind of cool. I started doing that, and with coaching and stuff with the fitness thing. I remember during high school, like going into my junior year, I moved from SoCal to here, and I was living with my uncle, and he owns a gym, it's called Tribe Strength and Fitness. And while we were over there, like I started doing more CrossFit stuff, and I think the Olympic weightlifting definitely helped out too, because I had to cycle the bar a lot better, and just definitely with the Olympic lifting movements and the strength movements, I felt like totally comfortable. But the CrossFit definitely put me out of my comfort zone, because all of a sudden I'm like doing burpees and I have to do as many snatches as I can. I was like, dude, what's going on? But I loved it. I thought it was super awesome, and it was kind of cool because I remember I was like 16 years old, and after a couple months of doing that, my uncle just kind of like threw me on the spot. He's like, "All right, you're gonna lead the warm up for this class." I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like I wasn't expecting that at all. I was like just going in doing the workout, and now I'm more vocal with my coaching and stuff like that. Like I don't mind like trying to get people to actually listen and getting on top of people. But when I started out, I was very soft spoken, and like it was nerve wracking to actually like, I guess, guide a group of people, especially being 16 and have people that are way older than me, that have to look up to me. And it was just kind of scary. It was a scary like feeling. So it's like, dude, it's like, I'm only 16. It's like, they're older. They got probably a lot more experience than I do, but I had to step up. And I think that was pretty cool of my uncle to do, because it like forced me to get out of my comfort zone. And because of that, like a lot of the things I do now, I get thrown into the fire, and that's how I learn. But so yeah, I was like about 16. I started coaching, and I think that's it's pretty cool. I'm 25 now, so it's been about 9 years, almost 10 years of just coaching, and it's been like kind of a awesome journey.
That's awesome. Let's see. That's how I want to kind of bring that up, because I don't think that people know you're doing, and they probably don't think that you have that at the time. I know that's something you guys spoke about a long time ago. Which I was like, dude, what's wrong with me? That's a big deal. You want to add anything to that, or any questions?
No, I think what I love about that story is like the feet to the fire. Like sometimes just getting thrown in to the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
To swim so quickly, right?
Either sink or swim, dude. That's like,
because you're an amazing coach. Like when time allows for it, I would take your 8:30 class and you do warm-ups that are different than what's programmed, and they hit so great. Where I'm just like, okay, that's a good one. Like you two are my favorite warm-ups. My favorite classes too, honestly, but no offense to everybody else. I just haven't taken their classes. But yeah, I think you offer so much, but not just in class setting, but like as a personal trainer and everything too. And I also want to point out, like you work with young kids all the way up to people like me. So you work this whole wide range of clients and members and athletes that you work with, and not everybody has that. Like, well, and you have a very young athlete that you're working with now in training. So it's like I feel I feel so lucky to have you guys here pushing because you bring so much to the gym. And our members are liking it. Yeah, it's awesome. That's good stuff. What a great history with that. I love that.
Really quick, I just want to ask a couple questions. I'm pretty sure that we can let some people think. Number one, what position did you play in football? And then did you continue to play once you came up here? And the next one is going to be what weight you need in wrestling and keep up on that.
So believe it or not, like I'm 5'9" in high school and stuff. I weighed about like between 105 and 200 pounds. So that's not a good fit for a lineman. But I played on the line, right? So I played just everywhere on the line, from center, guard, tackle, and then I also played defensive line as well. I wanted to play like linebacker or running back, but I was just like kind of caught in my way, like stuck in my ways. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be on the line and get people as hard as I can. That was like my mindset growing in with football and stuff. But yeah, so I played. I think my senior year, played like right tackle and defensive end or something. But what was it? Going into football and stuff. Like I was smaller than a lot of people that I played against. But because I was in the weight room all the time, because I had a passion for it, because I loved it, it helped me get a lot stronger and a lot faster. And that was really what helped. That was the only way I went able to play with all the guys, you know. Yeah. And when I moved out here my junior year, I actually didn't play football at all. Like, I just focused on training. I was just lifting and doing CrossFit, and that was it. You know. And then I moved back to SoCal my senior year. I got back into football, and I actually got injured. Yeah, my senior year, I tore my ACL, my meniscus, and I fractured my femur all in one part. So
Jesus.
yeah, it was crazy. I remember I was having like an awesome game that game too.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I was on point with everything. You know, I was hitting all my blocks. I was hitting hard. I always was on kickoff too, so I just run as fast as I can, just knock someone out. You know, it's like that was always fun for me. And I remember I was playing defensive end. And I saw that the quarterback was looking at the slot receiver on my side. And I was like, oh, I know where the ball is going. Right? So literally, as soon as the quarterback gets the ball and tosses it to the slot receiver, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm there. So I run, I wrap the guy out, I start dragging him down. And my legs were like extended out while I was holding onto this guy's legs, dragging him down. And one of my teammates came from the side and tried to tackle him. And while my legs were locked out, he just hit me like right on the knee. And just as soon as that happened, it was just like I felt it right away. You know, I was in pain, stuff like that. And it was like it was pretty rough. And I didn't get surgery until the next month, until like October 30th, 2018. That's when I got. And yeah, so I remember I got the surgery. Rehab was rough, you know, but it sucks to just like this kind of sidetracking. But I remember like I didn't take the rehab very seriously at all, you know, because I was like kind of young and I went like maybe once a week, you know, all right, just make sure to do these exercises at home. And it's like, I'm young, I'm not going to do them, you know. And so it's like my recovery really wasn't very great at all. You know? And, after I graduated high school, my knee was still kind of messed up. And I decided I was going to move up with home. So I moved over here with my uncle again and started trying to work out. I was like, okay, I got to actually do something. So I started rehabbing it myself. I started following like the knees over toes guide program. And it was actually like super helpful for me. You know, brought my knee back to where it was. Even better, because like I'm squatting more than I ever was. You know, I'm lifting more, so it's like it's kind of, you know, I got a new knees now, so it's like it works out perfectly.
No, that's a funny that you mentioned that, because his backwards sled walks really saved my arm after or something like that. Dude, what a crazy story.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I've never known you had an injury ever.
Yeah. I just watched you squat 500 on the video. That's true.
It's Lori. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like literally 2 feet shorter than you. Honestly, it wasn't me, but someday, never. Okay, so let's talk about this. You've been in the fitness industry for quite some time.
Yeah.
And what do you think is the biggest mistake that you see people make when they start their fitness journey? Where you're like, dude, wrong foot, take it off on right now.
I feel like a lot of people, especially when they're getting into it, like they kind of, I don't want to say they go too hard into it, but a lot of people like it's like 0 to 100 real quick, you know. And then a lot of people will burn out like that, right? You'll get someone that's like super like just motivated and on fire about it, and then like they'll go every single day just to work out, and then after a while doing that, it's like a lot of people will burn out or just kind of stop doing that. And that's not everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody does that, but a lot of people do. It's like they're, you know, when they're feeling good, they're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. But then when all of a sudden they're not feeling like going anymore, it's like they don't really have the discipline to be able to like keep going, right? And so I would just say it's like just give yourself a couple days a week. I'd say 3 or 4 days a week, which is the perfect start. You know, instead of trying to go like every single day and just trying to go as far as you can, just move your body. Right. Once you start moving your body and that starts feeling a little better, you start pushing yourself a little bit more. I think that's one huge thing that I'm thinking about with this. And then another thing is too, like people letting their ego get to them. Right. And that's a huge thing. It's not just with new people, it's with people who've been lifting and working out for a long time too. So they'll let their ego get to them. It's like, oh, I have to X this, I have to X plus this. It's like, no, we absolutely don't. So you didn't work out. So just because you saw someone lift heavier weight or get a better time, it doesn't mean that you have to, try to beat them, right? Or you have to try to match whatever they do. So the thing about fitness is like, it's all about what you do better yourself, right? And it's like, I mean, there are competitions. There's a time and place where like, hey, I'm trying to beat this person. I'm trying to do better, like on a competitive scale. But it's like, we're talking about someone who does this, like, just for fun or on their own time, not competitive. It's like you don't have to try to be better, but right? And I think that's a huge thing. And I'm sure that you guys that's what they do.
Yeah. That's for injuries, though, folks. Yeah. See people pushing hard. So something that they is out there for them to do. And so that's right.
And then, like you said, knowing the time and place. So there's obviously a time and place where, yes, it is a complication. We are trying to push ourselves to a certain point. Right now.
I was just saying how, so we talked about this last year, since I finally hit first time in my life where no matter how I feel,
Yeah.
and it's like, and I went to the little gym in our office. I did lat pull downs because I want to get my breath muscle. I did stuff like that on the one day that I was like,
Yeah.
and then like today I come in and I'm like, today's open announcement. Well, so I just did warm up, back one, and I left feeling bad about this. I was like, I've been like literally living on cappuccinos and Dayquil and NyQuil for like 6. But even me, like this whole, like I'll be 49 in 2 months, and I'm just like, fucking go. And it's like, I get it. I get why people do that, but at the end of the day, the only person I'm working out for and against is myself. And then my family and friends, and obviously if I die in the gym's not going to get sad. I'm just kidding. Who's gonna make the shit up the posts and stuff, guys?
Gonna put in a little work on words.
You're so cute, the little fashion ones for both bathrooms, because nobody wants to feel like they chose the wrong bathroom. But yeah, so seriously, I love hearing what you're saying, because it helps me not feel like I take a fat fucking L for not doing a whole hour today and doing what I needed to do while I'm coming back.
And I would say, like, as a coach too, I mean, that's not my question. I would say something else that we always talk about is still the food thing. Well, not what the thing. We've already been able to acknowledge it, yeah. But I would say, because I still see that mindset of, hey, at least I'm working out. I'm gonna still eat my cake and do my stuff, but there are a lot of people who start are just like working out is the thing that they were trying to do. They're not change everything when they shouldn't try to change it.
So when we say abs are made in the kitchen, that doesn't mean your sit-ups in the kitchen. And then you see, maybe that's we've let them stray. After being in the kitchen, and people are like, eating food and going down doing crunches. And like, I got this. All right.
So, question number 3. Can you share a story from your life about an individual athlete or individual fitness transformation that really stuck with you or inspired you to do that?
It's kind of hard. Like I've worked at a lot of gyms and I've seen a lot of people. Uh, it's a lot of cool people. For example, over here, like I'm seeing I started here like not probably about a year ago or a little less than a year ago, and I remember when Ellen started coming back in, and because she'd been training with the guys for years. Like when she started out, like she was like her mission and stuff. She's like trying to just get moving and going while she's like finding parents and stuff. And, it was kind of cool when she started out. She wasn't able to do much. I'm like, hey, just move, do what you can, and like, and so you don't have to push yourself too hard. Just want to move. And then like now it's like she's doing a lot better. She's able to move more and do more things. And it's like it's inspiring. It's like you go one year like all out your sacrifice, you're still pushing, you're still like trying to do what you can. I think that's absolutely awesome. Um, some other people I've seen over at Tribe. There's one lady wearing Miriam, and she like when she started out, just working out and stuff like that. She built a gym a lot better. Uh, I don't know exactly what the body fat percentage is that she lost. So I see that just by coming in like not every day, but like I said, she'll come in like 3 times a week. She's very consistent about that. She changed her diet. She stopped eating like shit, right? She started actually getting on the phone about what she was doing, stuff, and that kind of thing. If I'm not mistaken, she lost all that 10.
What? Like,
No, she's a lot of people. Right.
Here, fix the back. Like, so, rapid fire question number one. I'm going to take a little bit first time. Yeah, I'll go on feet. But, yeah, money was like, it's like, it's a big part of the life. Why it's person, yeah, make a change, make a difference.
I mean,
Like, I don't know.
yeah.
That's I don't know. I feel like I want to like sit down, like have like lunch with someone, so like I'll be able to like talk to and just like laugh with and stuff. And I feel like you like sit there with like Jim Carrey or something like that. I think that'd be like
I
awesome.
heard he's been cloned. And
Yeah. He's not alive anymore. That's not him. That's
There's no plastic surgery, exchange the icon, and do all the things. Unless the icon thing was AI, because we. But if I'm lunch recorded, so we can. That's our new favorite comedy. I like it. What is your favorite comfort food? Doesn't have to be healthy. Just like if you're like, man, there's one thing that I need, and that comfort has to come in strong.
It's my great grandma, my daughter, her chocolate cake. They call it the crazy chocolate cake. And it was like when I was growing up, like my freaking my grandparents or my grandma and my dad and stuff, and like basically all of us generations grew up on my cake. And that was like my favorite thing in the world, like no matter what. And we didn't eat it that much, obviously. It's like birthdays or like Christmas time, we have that cake. But every time we had it, it's like it would be gone so fast. And if we had something in the morning, like if there was some left over, like I asked my parents like some chocolate cake for breakfast. We're like, all right, fine, just this once, you know. And so I like grab myself some slices and stuff. So that's my call.
You guys, did you never see the recipe for it?
I know it's somewhere. But I don't have it off the top of my head.
You're so lucky. Like my grandma, I never met my great grandparents. They passed before I was like, no, they would meet them. Hang on, how long was. But my grandma, this Duncan Hines box mix shit. Or go to the Kmart and buy some submarine sandwiches and pre-made cake. Like, full-blooded Italian couldn't cook the same for life.
Really?
I'm the first one since my great grandma.
Oh shit!
That's good. But I don't have a chocolate cake recipe. But I have our chocolate that we love, the zucchini base.
That was a good one. Like chocolate.
It's like it's zucchini and walnut and coconut sugar. And what else is in it? Like, it's so good. Oh my god. And it's so like moist.
Hearing it doesn't do it justice. It's just one of those things that you just have to take a bite.
You don't even know it's healthy.
Fuck.
That's the thing. Like, you eat it and you're like, I can eat half of this, which is really
fine.
have a lot of fiber. Like, no, and the kids, like, I would serve it at Ashley's kid birthday parties, and it was gone.
Yeah.
And nobody knew they got like 4 serving vegetables on the plate.
Yeah.
We're here still. Stay good.
All right. Last question. This can actually be anything. What are your I'm nice. Top 3 bucket places that you want to travel to? What would be most?
Australia. Australia. I always want to go there. I think Greece would be cool. I don't know. So, like, no, Amsterdam. No, Amsterdam. But yeah, those are like top 3. Like,